This movie starts with an introduction to Sodor Day and a race between Thomas and James for special jobs. Yes, because it can't possibly be any more work than the jobs they're meant to be doing. So Thomas wins and is ordered to work with Duncan to deliver logs. After some teasing from Thomas, Duncan decides to make him go down another route.
55. You can't do it.
So after the bridge collapses, Thomas goes down another route instead of taking the proper route. However, on the way, he finds a hidden town, which, of course, is Great Waterton. Further up the line, he finds Madge, who tells Mighty Mac, who tells Sir Handel, who tells Scarloey, who tells Rheneas, who tells Mr. Percival, who tells Harold, who tells Sir Tom Hat. Gosh, I'm glad that's the only time I have to say that during this review. After visiting the town, Sir Tom Hat decides to restore it in time for Sodor Day. After assigning the engines to their new jobs, he calls up the pack to help. The narrow gauge engines also pitch in. Then Sir Tom Hat orders Thomas to look for more lost tracks, and to be in charge of all the work. Then Sir Tom Hat calls on a new engine to do Thomas's regular work. No, not that engine, Stanley. Then James tells Thomas, who feels a bit jealous. Then Thomas sees Stanley having a bath with Percy, doing his job, and sleeping in his berth. So Thomas decides to work harder than ever to do his jobs, which results in which makes Sir Tom Hat cross, and while Thomas is sent to the repair yard, Stanley is left in charge. Thomas, of course, is jealous and decides to play a prank on Stan. Oh, if only there was someone to stop this disaster. That, of course, results in Stanley's train breaking away and knocking down the tower. This makes Sir Tom Hat even more cross, and the other engines get suspicious of Thomas. This makes Thomas sad, and while he is in his hiding by himself, Stanley notices Thomas looking sad. Later, Thomas decides to help clean up by himself when he accidentally bumps a freight car. Thomas goes after it, but he is accidentally switched onto the wrong line, but he's having so much fun he forgets all about the car. Oh gee, I wish there was someone to remind him. Then he crashes straight through a blocked tunnel and into the water. The next morning, the engines notice that Thomas is missing, and soon become worried. Sir Tom Hat calls a search party to find Thomas, while Thomas is quickly riding down the line. Stanley is also trying to figure out where Thomas is, and then he remembers how sad Thomas was when he saw him on the siding, and he tries to look for Thomas. Meanwhile, Thomas crashes through some bushes, across a ravine, bumps on the ground, and slides down a hill, hoping someone would find him. Then Thomas hears Stanley's whistle. He summons all of his energy, and whistles as hard as he could, and Stanley finds Thomas. Thomas tells Stanley about his adventure and apologizes to him. Stanley pulls Thomas back on the line, but Stanley salvas first, so Thomas pulls Stanley back to Great Waterton. Then Edward, Henry, Emily, and Rocky see Thomas and are overjoyed. The small engines are happy too. Terence tells Harvey, who tells Trevor, then Bill tells Ben, who tells Molly, and all the Diesels are happy too, and Percy tells Gordon, Toby, and James, Arthur finds out, Miss Jenny tells Jack, and Jack tells his team, Harold tells Bertie, who tells Lady Hat, who tells Sir Top Hat, and Craigie announces it to Brenda. Then Great Waterton is finished. Thomas gives Stanley the jobs of bringing the mayor of Sodor. Sodor Day arrives, it's reopened again, and everyone cheers as Jeremy flies over Great Waterton, as Thomas happily thinks that everyone is the leader of the track. Well, that was a pretty okay movie. There's nothing much to say about it, but it's better than these, only just, due to lack of realism and a not very intriguing plot. If you have a different opinion, that's okay. But as you leave your thoughts in the comments, please don't be jerks about it. This is Thomas and Tank Engine US episode reviews. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week when I tackle A Hero of the Rails.